I am going to be doing an unhaul video, which I don't think I've done an unhaul video before. I can't remember, but I don't think I've done one. But I am getting rid of a ton of my books, and so I thought I would do an unhaul and show you guys some of the books that I'm going to be getting rid of / donating. A lot of these books I have read. There are a couple that I don't think I have read, but most of these books I have read, and either I didn't like them or I did like them, but just not enough to ever want to pick them up again and read again. So I'm going to be getting rid of them. So with that being said, I have 36 books to show you guys. So let's jump right into them. So the first book I'm going to be showing you guys is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This is the mass market paperback version. I actually have the first 5 books in the tall paperback version. I got a box set of them. So this is a duplicate copy. So I'm going to get rid of this one. The next one is also another one that I had a duplicate of, and that is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I actually won a signed copy of this in a giveaway, so this is the unsigned copy that I bought before. So I'm getting rid of this since I have another one now. The next book that I've got is Speak by Laurie House Anderson. And I saw this movie a while back, and I did like the movie, and so I got the book like several years ago now, but I've never picked it up and read it, and I don't think I ever will, so it's going in the giveaway pile. The next one that I have is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the second book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, and I had already unhauled the first book, but I didn't get around to unhauling this one, so I'm doing that this time around. Next up is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, and this is another one where I saw the movie a long time ago, and I liked the movie, and I got the book a long time ago, and never picked up the book to read, and I don't think I ever will, so another one I'm donating without reading. Next, I've got The Vampire Diaries, The Awakening and the Struggle by L.J. Smith. This I've talked about on my channel before. Sadly, a disappointment. I love the show way more than the book. So, yeah, this was one I was going to unhaul last time, but didn't get around to it. So I'm unhauling it this time around. And then I've got The Scorched Trials by James Dashner. And this is the second in the Maze Runner series. And I read the first one. I don't have the physical copy of the first one, so I read it as an ebook. But I read the first one, I read this one, and I thought the series was okay, but I don't think I'll ever continue and finish it. I have seen all the movies that are out, so I know the movie ending. I don't know if it's different from the book. But I'm really not interested in picking up the third book and finishing it. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. These next 2 books are part of the Chaos Walking trilogy, and that is The Knife of Never Letting Go and of Monsters and Men by Patrick Ness. This is book 1 and book 3 in the Chaos Walking trilogy. I don't have book 2. I think I might have gotten this on a book outlet maybe, and that's why I have 1 and 3 and not 2. I read the first one. You guys have probably seen my January wrap-up, so you know what I thought about it. I didn't really like it, so I don't plan on continuing with this series. So I'm getting rid of this one. Next up, I've got Winter Girls by Lori House Anderson. And this one I actually have read, and I did enjoy it. But I don't think I'll ever pick it up again and reread. So that's why I'm going to be unhauling it. This one is about a girl who is struggling with an eating disorder, and her best friend recently died of an eating disorder. So it goes through like her kind of her experience with this and thoughts about what happened to her friend and all of that. So I did enjoy it, but I don't think I'll ever reread it. Next up, I've got Wintertown by Stephen Emond. And this was another one I read a while ago. And this is a cute wintertime read, but it's not one I think that I'll ever pick up and read again. It was a cute story, but I'm not likely going to reread it, so I'm unhauling this one. These next three books are part of a trilogy, and that is the All Souls Trilogy. Book 1 is A Discovery of Witches, Book 2, Shadow of Night, and Book 3, Book of Life. And this is a trilogy that I kind of struggled to get through. There's a lot of slow parts in this series, and I finally read all three. I finished the third book last year, but it was a struggle to get through. And I'm never going to be rereading this series again, so I'm definitely going to be getting rid of these three. The next three that I'm going to show you are also part of a trilogy, and this one may surprise some people, and some people may be like, what? Because I know this is a series that a lot of people love, but I'm going to be unhauling these, and that is the Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children series by Ransom Riggs. So we have the first one, the second one, Hollow City, and the third one, Library of Souls. This is a series, I read the first one, I thought it was okay. The second one I liked more than the third, or more than the first one. So I did enjoy the second one a lot more. And I haven't read the third one. I tried to. Last year I picked it up to read, but I realized there was a lot that I had forgotten because I read the second one a couple years ago. So there were a lot of things that I forgot that happened, and characters that I just didn't remember. So I really didn't read the third one because I was like, I feel like I am going to have to reread the first two in order to remember what happened in order to get the third one. But this isn't a series that I love enough to want to reread it. So I really didn't want to reread the first two. And I honestly don't care about the series enough to want to care about not finishing the third one. So with that being said, unfortunately this is a series that I'm going to be unhauling. Along with that, I'm also going to be unhauling Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs. I haven't read this one either, but again, not a series I'm in love with enough to keep, so I'm going to be unhauling this. The next book is Panic by Lauren Oliver. This one I read years ago. It was okay, but I didn't love it, and I'm never going to reread it, so I'm getting rid of it. The next one is Brooklyn by Colm Turpin. This is one I read, I think, last year. It was one that my book club had read, and I liked it, but I don't think I'm ever going to pick it up again to read, so I'm getting rid of this one. Next up is A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay, And this is one I read last year again, last fall. I really did not enjoy this one, so I have to unhaul it. Next step is The Beast is an Animal by Peter Nell van Arsdale. And this is another one that was just kind of an okay read. I'm never going to reread it, so I'm unhauling it. Next is Fathomless by Jackson Pierce. Another okay read. I read it several years ago. Don't ever plan on rereading it, so getting rid of it. The next two books are part of the Time Traveling Fashionista series. This is a middle grade series, and these are On Board the Titanic and At the Palace of Marie Antoinette. I read these a few years ago, I think now. And these, like I said, are middle grade books. I thought they were okay. I'm never going to reread them. So I do love the illustrations in these because the pictures inside are gorgeous. But I'm never going to reread these. So unhauling them. Next up is Nightfall by Jake Halpern and Peter Kujolinski. And this is one I read last fall. This one was another okay read, but I'm just never going to reread it. So, and then I've got Evil by Leigh Montville. This is about Evel Knievel. I got this as a white elephant gift this past Christmas, a Christmas party I went to. Honestly, not my type of book. I don't think I'll ever pick it up and read, so I'm unhauling this. Next up is A Study in Scarlet Women by Sherry Thomas, and this was another one that was okay, but don't think I'll ever reread. The next 4 books I'm going to show you are all part of a series as well. This is a trilogy, and one of them is the novellas with all the other characters in the book. And so that series is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. So I've got Delirium, Pandemonium, Requiem, and the Delirium stories, the novellas. And I really loved Delirium, and then Pandemonium I didn't like as much. Requiem I really didn't like, and so I loved the first book, and then the series kind of went downhill from there for me. So I'm not gonna be rereading these, and I'm unhauling them. These next 4 books are also part of a series that I'll be getting rid of, and that is the Beautiful Creatures series by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. So I've got Beautiful Creatures, Beautiful Darkness, Beautiful Chaos, and Beautiful Redemption. And these 4, I read the first 2. I did enjoy the first one. I didn't really like the second one. And I never continued with the series, and I never could get myself to pick up the rest of the books. And it's been years since I read the second one. So I don't think I'm going to continue with the series, so it's time that I unhaul these. And the last and final book in this unhaul is Gilded Cage by Vic James. This is the ARC. I won it in a giveaway when it was first coming out, and so I thought it was okay, but I didn't love it, and I don't plan on continuing. I believe this is a series, so I don't plan on continuing with it, and I'm not going to reread this one, so I am unhauling this. So that's it for this video, you guys. Those are the books that I am going to be unhauling, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!